So how did you figure out what to do, like as far as training yourself and recovering?
Well, it was a study. I actually found this study after researching, and we didn't, the internet was MSN dial-up, so it wasn't very quick. So,
AOL.com.
yeah, so I had to go old school and find a lot of studies. And so went to the library, went to the local library, state library, and I came across an article of this knee surgery, these full replacement knee surgeries, and similar to mine, which was 3 different studies. And it was a athlete, the average guy, and then this older woman. They got the same knee surgery, same time, and they were going to go through 3 different kinds of rehabilitation. So after they got the surgeries, they started the rehab, but the older woman dropped out. She said, "I'm sorry, I know I signed up for this, but I just want to go home." They're like, we don't recommend that, but okay, we can't go against your wishes going home, but can you check in about a month to see how you're doing? She goes, "Yeah, I owe you that, guys. I'll do that." She comes back a month, and she's walking completely fine
Wow, in 1 month.
in 1 month.
And how did she accomplish that?
Well, so the doctors were like, "What did you do? What are you doing in rehab?" She goes, "I'm not doing any rehab. I'm just cleaning my house." They're like, "What do you mean you're cleaning your house? Like, you have to be doing rehab. You're moving great. You have great mobility. You have great range of motion. This is not possible." So they said, "Hey, can we go watch what you do on a day-to-day basis?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure. Come over to my house." Well, she lived on a boat, and the constant
Oh, that's
rocking.
interesting.
So I stole it from that. Now, it was a knee surgery, but the stability, the building of your stabilization muscles and everything that surrounds your joints is more important sometimes than building your primary muscles that are the functional movement of an exercise or even just moving.
So hold on, if a person doesn't have a boat to live on and he wants to recover, what kind of exercise can they do to supplement this?
So I started taking, what I said to him was, let's take a racquetball, let's take a tennis ball, anything. So anything I'm pressing with my leg, let's make it, stabilize. They weren't a big fan, even the bands. So we had a lot of bands where I was pressing into it and just keeping it where it was just shaking. So I was working on a lot of reflective contractions. And reflective contractions, like if I throw a ball at you, your natural instinct is to have a reflex to grab the ball. When the ball hits your hand, you're naturally going to grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you get surgery, whenever you have any damage to a muscle or joints, your body has to rebuild the initial muscles and stabilizers that have that reflex reaction. It's a tiny reactive that sends it from your eye to your reflexes that you just have this natural ability. Well, if anybody has known, when they broke their wrist, they broke their arm, they broke their leg, your muscle atrophies, and then just getting it to work again is
Yeah,
a
I
hard
remember
feat.
after being in a cast for 6 weeks, it was
It's weird.
very difficult to like bend the elbow and stuff like that.
Yeah. So building that signal from your brain to say move. I mean, what's that movie Kill Bill where wiggle your
Yeah.
big toe.
It's a pretty epic movie.
Yeah. So you're just saying, wiggle your big toe. And so that was the same thing. I'm like, okay, so I was on crutches. So I was never in a wheelchair because you had to keep the hip mobile. So that when I was in bed, they actually had this machine that kept me moving so it didn't freeze the joint. And everybody's heard of frozen shoulder before, but your hip can be frozen as well. So after surgery, they kept it on this uncomfortable machine, keeping the range of motion. But after that, it was like, move your leg. And the muscles just went fire. So to build that firing, to build those reflective contractions, I said, get a racquetball, let's do this. And they said, hey, we've never done it. It makes sense, but let's do it. It's your choice. So every time they had me on a press, so they started me like laying down because they had limited weight restrictions, couldn't put all your weight on it. And as they increased, we had the ball and just kept on shaking, kept on moving. Then eventually, when I started standing on it, I was standing on one leg, standing on that leg to build it up. Of course, it wanted to tumble, but you just had to build it and keep going, just like wiggle your big toe. Just had to do it. And I think it made the process much faster in the recovery. And obviously did, since the other 2 people were still in crutches when I left. The professional bull rider, he was still on one crutch, and I was on a cane. And we were pretty similar. I mean, I've never met an old bull rider before, so we were about the same age.